what was the moot messaging and what will be the impact of the Prime Minister's address on the nation and also the electorate in these 5 states that are going to polls very soon? S.K. Datta.
Well, if Professor Shastri will be quiet enough, then I think I will be able to respond, and I don't need any interruptions in between. First and foremost, let me come to the whole issue of why the Prime Minister is addressing the Congress party. Why will not the Prime Minister address the misdeeds of the Congress party for the last 60 years? I mean, it's something like that, oh, I was born 40 years back. I should forget my birth because I was born 40 years back, and I should look into the present. Past is related to the present and present is related to the future. That is the historical truth, and that's the providential truth as such. It is because of the Congress party that we have so much of malaise today in the country. It's because of Congress party we had this insurgency problem in Northeast. It is because of Congress party we have the Kashmir issue. It is because of the Congress party we have this linguistic division, this caste division, this regional division, the communal division. This has to be addressed, and it will be addressed not once, it will be addressed 100 times. Whether people who are foot soldiers of the Congress, whether they like it or not, they will have to listen to their misdeeds of the past. That's the reality. A super fossilized family leading a super fossilized party, that's the reason Congress is fossilized today. And it doesn't matter if living fossils, they walk in and they walk out of the Rajya Sabha. How does it matter? Because they are already living fossils as such. Now, let me come to the reality of the purchasing power parity. Professor Shastri, you have spoken about PPP. What was the net PPP of individuals during the UPA rule? I quote from the IMF data now. During the time of the UPA rule of Dr. Manmohan Singh, the net PPP of each individual was 1,500 rupees. And what is the net PPP purchasing power parity today? In 2020, in 2021, 2022, again by the IMF report, it is 4,500 to 5,000 rupees per individual across the nook and corner of the country. So that is the reality. That is where the changes happen. And that's the reason why I agree with Sumit when he says that we have n number of unicorns now. He has cited about 70 unicorns. I am giving the exact statistics right now itself. Out of those 75 to 100 unicorns, almost around 50 unicorns in the last 2.5 years have enhanced around 500 CR profit to 1,500 CR profit in the COVID times. You were mentioning about, oh, our children are not going to the school for the last 2 years. I mean, children across the world because of COVID are not going to the school, whether it's United States of America, whether it's Europe, or whether it's in China, or whether it's in Southeast Asia. Everyone is doing online classes. What do you expect? The Mukhia of the country to open up the schools and make all the innocent toddlers of 5 years, 6 years, 7 years victim of corona? Do you all want mass death in the country? And Congress is prepared for that mass death. You know, they wanted people to die. And that's the reason why the PM had rightly said yesterday that yes, it was Congress party which had instigated for the exodus of the poor laborers and the agriculture.
Jivya.
One nook of the country to the other nook because they wanted this poisonous corona to spread across the nook and corner of the country.
Jivya Shastri.
Congress is famous for 3 things. Communalism, casteism, corruption, and now another added thing, that is COVID-19 corona. That is the reality.
Okay, I think we've lost GVR's connection there, unfortunately. But I want to quickly now play out some sound bites. Let's play out some sound bites for those that missed Prime Minister's address to Rajya Sabha today. Here were the main highlights.
यूपीए के समय महंगाई डबल डिजिट छू रही थी। यूपीए के समय डबल डिजिट छू रही थी। आज हम एकमात्र बड़ी इकोनॉमी है जो हाई ग्रोथ और मीडियम इन्फ्लेशन अनुभव कर रहे हैं। सदन में हमारे एक साथी ने कहा, वैक्सीनेशन इज नॉट अ बिग डील। वैक्सीनेशन इज नॉट अ बिग डील। मैं ये देखकर हैरान हूं, कुछ लोगों को भारत की इतनी बड़ी उपलब्धि नहीं लग रही है। अगर महात्मा गांधी की इच्छा के अनुसार कांग्रेस न होती तो क्या होता? लोकतंत्र परिवारवाद से मुक्त होता। भारत विदेशी चश्मे के बजाय स्वदेशी संकल्पों के रास्ते पर चलता। अगर कांग्रेस न होती तो इमरजेंसी का कलंक न होता। अगर कांग्रेस न होती तो दशकों तक करप्शन को संस्थागत बनाकर नहीं रखा जाता। अगर कांग्रेस न होती तो जातिवाद और क्षेत्रवाद की खाई इतनी गहरी न होती। अगर कांग्रेस न होती तो सिखों का नरसंहार न होता। सिखों का नरसंहार न होता। सालों साल पंजाब आतंकी आग में न जलता। अगर कांग्रेस न होती तो कश्मीर के पंडितों को कश्मीर छोड़ने की नौबत न आती। अगर कांग्रेस न होती तो देश के सामान्य मानवी को घर, सड़क, बिजली, पानी, शौचालय, मूल सुविधाओं के लिए इतने सालों तक इंतजार न करना पड़ता। कांग्रेस जब सत्ता में रही, देश का विकास नहीं होने दिया। अब विपक्ष में है तो देश के विकास में बाधा डाल रही है।